Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Out of the Abyss. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our illustrious players this evening.
Hello, Internet.
Applesauce.
Hello.
That's our cue.
That is applesauce. That's the go word. Before we get into how the sauce is made, uh, let's talk a little bit about how the sauce got to the factory. Let's talk about what happened last time before we get into what's going to happen this time. So, you guys were in the Garden of Welcome, left to your own devices as Sovereign Philo headed back down the path to the Neverlight Grove proper, seeing skulls and faces everywhere, melded into the ground, rocks, and even the fungus themselves, creating a twisting and unsettling scene as many of them called out or cried out in terror and fear. Started to collect some of these skulls for the Blatson, hopefully contained within. Several of these faces, still attached to their bodies, or at least semblance of a body, rose up out of the ground, pleading in a harmful manner. This alerted the Chul spore servants guarding the path back down, and you were forced to destroy them once more. Afterwards, you finished your collection, but being here in this space, you couldn't help but see the pulsating light of the unknowingly tall mushroom tower far in the dark and beyond, causing a little unsettlement amongst some of you. Going invisible, you crept out of the grove, and even though you had some unsettling talks with Philo just the same, hurried back to the vessel thanks to Dusk finding a very safe and very efficient shortcut through the fungal wilds. Back at the Salt Swimmer with the Blatson in bag, the ship set off on the Dark Lake once more. And aside from a small fishing fiasco, things went pretty steadily, and the ship pulled up on the hidden dock you originally left from, just a stone's throw away from Blingdenstone. As you all were at the ship getting ready for a meal, a wonderful meal that smelled delicious, the gnomes and giants started to unload the goods for the battle to Blingdenstone to come. But as dinner was ready, you realized you hadn't seen them, or they hadn't come down from the cliffs in some time. Zach quickly flied upward to check it out and alert them that dinner was prepared. Well, he saw a darkened cave filled with webbings. Massive cocoons from the giants and smaller ones for the gnome workers. Even Weller was amongst the victims' presence here. As Zach called out for help, a horrid drider showed itself, blasting poisonous enemies. You all rushed to action, as over a dozen giant wolf spiders lurched out from their hiding spaces, and even more drider came to play, hoping to capture you for their own ill gains. And as combat has been erupted, we are still in the thick of it, still in initiative, still going. Weller has rolled the initiative. And Dusk, you are up first. Back in the shenanigans.
All right.
Movement, proposition, or malicious?
Malicious. This is malicious.
Okay. Dusk, you're up first. What's up? You're in the darkness right now.
All right. We've got to try to even the odds. As a bonus action, enact patient defense, and I am
Okay.
spending a focus point.
Getting ready to dodge, disengage. Whatever.
I don't
happened.
really remember the distancing, so better safe than sorry. I'm also going to be enacting feline agility.
Okay, he's getting ready to run for his freaking life. Or like
See y'all later.
Yeah.
No. Trying to think logically. Okay.
All right, I'll give you vision there.
Okay.
Seeing a fungal pack of wolves around you, one of the driders nearby, that was 10 feet of movement. You still have like 110 more.
Okay. Still don't see Weller. Okay.
Can always make dawn brighter with sunlight.
That does take a bonus action, doesn't it?
Let's look up dawn. It might be an action to because it's casting.
Dawnblade, where'd she go? Dawnbringer.
An action to expand or reduce its radius.
Okay, so she's at standard right now.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I didn't remember where everyone was last time.
You're good.
All right.
Spent a week in darkness.
Yeah. It's all good.
Zoom.
As you get to here, I need a strength saving throw. With a 10. As you start to climb on, you can see the floor here is covered in thick webbings. Find yourself stuck.
Oh, I didn't see that was. Oh, okay.
Some of the webs
All
are
right.
easier to see than others.
I'm going to go ahead and try to free the giant by shooting a Starburst at the webbing.
Alright.
Sorry, Wes.
I gotcha. Double check something here. As you shoot this sunlit wisp out towards the giant cocoon, radiant light fills the area for a brief moment, but it seems to have no effect on the cocoon itself. But you would notice that the Driders almost shun. Like they kind of rear back a little bit, covering their faces as you approach. They don't like your sunlight.
Okay. Did the webs reduce my movement to 0?
You are stuck and currently restrained.
Okay.
Or no, you are still, let me double check. Blah 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 blah. I was like just looking at it and I like, let's close it. I don't need that again. I take it back. It was a dex save. What is your bonus to dex as opposed to the strength?
We would add another 3 to that roll.
Okay, so you are still stuck. At this point, yes, you are restrained.
Okay.
But you are
I
there.
suppose that.
Which will take us down to Yezebo in the darkness. Yes. What are you doing in this dark area?
I don't know, but I think I feel like I gotta get out. I'm gonna take the disengage action and kind of back up straight where I think the where I came from the ship.
Yeah, you can move your token.
Okay.
Yeah,
Back down there.
as you get only 5 feet out. Can I do it from here? No. Give you your vision back. As you're standing in that fairy lit area, you cannot see anything in this darkened sphere.
Okay.
So you would just see Casmus off to the right with a spider.
And I'm going to fly. I know spider. I have spider boots. Just kind of stay on the edge right here
Okay. And
and take the dodge action
that would provide you sight
or
of
disengage.
these things up here. Fair enough. Yeah. That will end your turn, Yezebo?
Yep.
All right. Taking us to this Drider up here. As it starts skittering along the walls. He is going to blast Casmus with poisonous bursts. 2 of them coming from his hands, and you would see 2 of his forelegs kind of spin this web around, creating a 3rd burst of poison towards Casmus. Getting a 22, a 19, and a 19 against Casmus.
They all hit.
It's Casmus, you take 10, 9, and 12 points of poison damage for a total of 31. As this blast of poison shoots out towards you.
I'm poisoned.
You are not poisoned, it's just this kind of
Okay.
like a poisonous splash towards you.
Okay.
Does poison damage, as if the venom of a spider you've been engulfed in the venom of a spider. Some of it probably gets in your mouth. It tastes horrible. It's not fun. That will take us to Zach. As Zach, you are in the darkness as well.
I remember there's spiders all around me. I'm gonna activate Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
I don't have to see who it doesn't hurt, so my allies hurt.
Correct.
Right.
As shadows wisp about the area.
Yeah, it's kind of like a light shadow though, like light shooting out as well, like whirling back and forth because I'm in darkness. I don't even know if anything's in it.
There's definitely something in it. We'll find out.
Right. I'll go ahead and roll the damage.
Yes,
for whatever
please
it
roll the
is.
damage for the turn.
Let me turn this off and
Is it a con save or a wisdom save? I always forget with Spirit Guardians.
wisdom save.
Wisdom save. What is the DC?
16.
Has one of them made it? But well, one guy you might be able to see them just barely. A bunch of spiders are dead. Oh, I forgot the fourth
But I
one.
can't see. I remember being near the edge of darkness, I think. Like, I don't know. But
Yeah, you were near the edge. You currently have your boots activated.
I'm going to fly over if you like slowly until I can see.
Wrong roll. So that's a 13 plus. Hey, one makes
I'll move to there so I can see.
Where is there? Oh, I see. You
I-
got on top of a token. I will
Oh,
give
sorry.
you vision. You're good. You're good. Don't even sweat it.
Gotcha.
Giving you your vision back.
Oh, okay. A bunch of dead spiders.
'Cause there's a bunch of dead
Oh.
spiders on the ground around you.
And there's a Drider.
And there's a Drider
does
on
it
the
look
wall.
like? Does it look like the radiant damage is hurting him?
You just moved into him, so now he has to make a save. Wisdom save. It's hurting him, but not as much as you want. You made a save.
I see him there. I don't know if they can see in the dark. Do I see Is past the darkness, or is this whole area? That square is basically just darkness.
That square is basically darkness. You do not see to the right of you.
Okay. That's 5 feet of movement. I can't get to them to heal them, but I can. Okay. Yeah.
You don't even
want
know they're
that.
hurt, to be fair.
That's fair. I'm actually gonna fly up and around back into the darkness because I know where this pillar is, and I'm gonna use my hands and just follow the pillar to like just circling the pillar. 5, 10, 15. You can take my vision away.
I will. As you start circling the pillar in the darkness.
And this is the furthest. This is still against the pillar, right?
Yeah. You feel it
Alright,
there.
perfect. So there.
Okay. Yes, I will have to make another saving throw from another Drider. We will take the full 19 points of damage.
And bonus action, I'm going to drink a healing potion. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, as you quaff a quick healing potion, shadows flickering out from the darkness. That will take us to a
Good healing potion.
Drider.
Do you get the spiders that are down there too? Or in his range?
Oh, he would get one. Yes, thank you.
It's out.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that spider's dead. Thank you, fungi. That'll take us
Thanks,
to this guy up here, crawling along the webs. Quickly skitters over to Dusk. Hey, I heard about you. Yeah, you're one of them, ain't you? As it rears up its forelegs, trying to stab out to you, Dusk. At disadvantage, right?
Well,
Well, but advantage, so it's
if
a
I'm
straight roll.
restrained, it would be a straight roll.
So getting a 24 to hit with its first attack.
Okay.
A 15 with his second attack.
That one's a miss.
And then you would see the first one that kind of stabs into you, tries to stab into you again. I'm getting a nat 1. So the first one that stabs into you does a total of 12 points of piercing damage. And it just kind of jabs into your leg.
I will deflect it. And
Okay.
push the leg away from me.
Nice.
And it starts to jab into your leg. Push it away, as I don't think you can roll below a 12.
Correct.
Because you get plus 12.
It's 1d10 plus 13.
So there you go. So minimum of 14. That will take us to Weller. Weller, kind of your vision's blurred a little bit. You've been intoxicated or something as you find yourself wrapped up in a cocoon. You are restrained inside of it. What are you up
Can
to?
I attempt to break free
You
using one of my
absolutely
bladed
can.
weapons?
It will be a strength athletics check. Give me an athletics check. This will be your action.
All right. Before I do this, I don't know if you did anything. Did we get any kind of rest? 'Cause I
Your
am
stuff
missing-
is all accurate.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So let's do
You're missing some hit points and a superiority die.
superiority die. Yep.
With a 24, yeah. You, with your blade still kind of, or not your blade, you have a glaive, yeah. Your glaive kind of strapped to your back, you kind of start to grab onto that and split open the cocoon as there is webs all around you. Large cocoons from the giants and these horrible giant spiders. Giant spider drow creatures. Which you would know them as Drider. They've been cursed by Loth. Or blessed, you know.
However you see it.
Yeah. Some of them see it as a curse too. But it is difficult terrain. Blah 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 blah. No, it's just the first time. So you are free to move however you want, and you have your bonus action, whatever else you'd like to do.
Okay.
It was
Or
your-
am I elevated in this position?
I would say maybe slightly by like 5 feet. As you cut through, you
Oh, okay.
drop down.
Okay, okay. In that case, I will save that for now. So yeah, I will drop down and start making my way over to the stone giant.
Which one?
This one up here.
Okay. The furthest one away.
Is he about the same elevation?
Yeah, I mean, the stone giant's
Okay.
probably wrapped up like at an angle along there.
And I'll just prepare to try to free him next turn.
I would say you would know the longer you're in these webs, or every time. Essentially, the ruling is any time you start your turn in the webs, you will have to make a saving throw.
Okay. But I'm not in webs where I am right
There are webs all over the floor there.
now. Oh, okay. So even the floor is covered in webs.
The floor is lava webs.
Floor is lava. All right. All right. Well, screw it. Where was I at? I was right there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's. All right. I'll move down to this strider
Okay.
down here.
As you get up there, this one's starting to try to harass Dusk. Not having an
we
easy
can't.
go of it, though.
Can't have that. So in that case, I will action surge.
Okay.
And I will swing out at it with me maul.
All right.
Just make sure that's it.
Swing away. 26 absolutely hits this Strider.
Fantastico. We are going to menacing attack.
Okay.
Turn on superiority and
As you bash into their big thorax backside. They take 25 points of damage. And you see a fright come over their face as they are frightened. Now, so you
And
make a
we
con
will-
save. They are not toppled, but they are frightened. And they maintain their concentration on whatever saving throw they have.
let's go ahead and extra attack. I'll do it again.
Do it again. Yeah, 27. Yeah, slamming into, kind of crumpling into one of its legs.
And
It does buckle over and fall down on its own webbings as it takes 20 points of damage.
Is it just me, or is his thing rolling 2d4?
So it's because he rolls 2d6 plus 2. Or, well, treat 1s and 2s as 3s. So therefore it's
Gotcha.
1d4 plus 2. So
Oh, you already
2d4,
figured it in.
2d4 plus 4, and then plus his other shit.
I thought he was getting gypped. No, it's great damage though.
Yep. So it just makes his minimum even better. Anything else for Weller?
that will be it.
All right. That will take us to this Drider here. Seeing Dusk move up there. But Fungi... Yeah, he's gonna leap over the wolves towards you.
As soon as he gets into range, I'm gonna hit him
Absolutely.
with the. Where you go? There it is.
Hit him with it. 17 will hit as comes into range, just kind of jab into the center between the thorax and the, where the spider meets the drow. It takes 10 points of force damage plus 4 points of necrotic.
I'm gonna try and topple him.
He's trying to, yes, you can try to topple him. Does still have some movement, so he'll probably just stand up. But he is toppled for that moment. but he will quickly get up. But as he gets up, you kind of hurt his initial attack as he tries to jab his forelegs into you. Getting a 19 and a 15 with his first two foreleg attacks.
Both missed.
And then you would see his arm stretch out towards you, turning into another large, sharp foreleg. Getting an 11 to hit. That's a cocked dice. Looks like between 18 and 4 of me, but he rolled 4. Getting an 11 to hit as he missed with all 3 attacks. And then he ends his turn there, so he will... Is it a dex save for the wolves?
Yep, Dex is 16.
He gets a 21.
I think he's. I don't remember if it was save or something. Where the heck did it go? Then I had it. Oh wait, I think I have it at the top here. On a fail save or let's say what other pack was? Oh, I guess if
So
it's
it's a save or suck.
yeah. I don't think it takes half damage.
Alright. That will end his turn. This will be taking you for a little bit of a walk after this. Taking us to Casmus.
We're gonna throw a firebolt at this one to remove the cocoon he's encased in.
Which one?
The giant up here,
Alright.
the closest one, to free him from the cocoon.
Give me a fire bolt as you launch it across the way. Being harassed by giant spiders yourself.
10.
10. It's a large cocoon, so it is the easier ones to hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage and add a d4.
19.
Actually, 2d4.
2d4. So 24.
As the giant erupts into flames, rolling around on the ground. Ah! Ah! He is free, though. He's just also on fire.
Burnt a little.
No, he's not burnt. He is on fire. But he is free. Anything else for Casmus?
I gotta check. There's nowhere. Actually, yeah, we're going to Misty Step into the darkness.
Okay.
Misty Step right there into the darkness.
Yeah. Misty stepping into the darkness. Anything for your movement? You do have movement.
He's gonna stay right there.
All right. That will take us to all these giant wolf spiders. A couple of them do... One's gonna jump there. Yeah, a couple of them rush towards you, and one of them will rush towards Yezebo. As out of the darkness fungi, a giant spider lunges towards you. Getting a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Casmus, two of these spiders follow you into the darkness like they can see it themselves. Try to bite out towards you. Getting a 17 and a 13 to hit.
17 hits.
As Casmus, you take 4 points of piercing damage. Casmus. Yes. And 6 points. I had a brain fart there when I said your name is just, you know. Anyways, 4 points of piercing damage and 6 points of poison damage. Sorry for my delayed It was like, wait a
You're
second.
good. You're good.
And it, like,
Did
reminded
they
me of
enter
something.
my aura?
No. Yes. One did. No, one did. Yes. One was in it previously. No, yeah, they both entered.
And the book on him.
As one of them tries to bite into Casmus, you would just see it kind of get wisped away and torn, ripped apart by these shadows. The other one takes half that. As this one by Yezebo bites out towards you with advantage because you're all lit up by this fairied fire. Getting a nat 20 against you, Yez.
Ooh.
It bares its fangs, bites down deep into your thigh. It's a lot of d4s. You take 9 points of piercing damage and 12 points of poison damage.
21.
Which will end the Spooter's turns.
The one by me ended its turn there,
Absolutely it did.
so he needs to make the dex save for my wolves.
It takes your wolf damage.
Okay. It was 15 whatever when I first cast the spell.
Gotcha.
15 slashing.
Did you cast it? Was that this turn?
I cast it at the start of my last turn.
Roll a new damage for this turn.
Okay. 1 second. Back up. $15.
15 as the wolves rip apart the spider easily. Taking us to the very first rider who spoke is going to turn around and leap onto Weller. You're not supposed to get out. And just try and stab into him with his forelegs. Viciously attacking you, Weller, getting a 24, a 16, and a 12 to hit with its attacks.
24 is gonna hit.
Weller, you take 16 points of piercing damage that stabs into your foot.
So 13.
Yes.
And can I repost?
On the
One of
misses?
the two attacks?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that. I will swing back at him pouncing on me.
As you swing back, that is going to hit. Wait. That is going to
Can
be...
I ask a
It's
meta
actually a
question?
miss. I was so wrong about some of
Because-
their stuff. Yes.
Would it be a disadvantage? Maybe not. Close.
No, it is kind of half... That is a good point. It will be in the future. I'll give you inspiration for remembering it.
And I didn't want to meta, but when you said that earlier, I remembered
Yep.
the old Drider rules. I didn't know if they still apply.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Weller, that's actually a miss.
I don't know what to do. That hasn't happened in forever.
It's happens to everyone. Don't worry about it. That will end his turn,
Promises.
though. As you
Never
swing your
happens.
maul around, it gets kind of caught in the webs around the space. Taking us to Fungi. Dusk on deck.
Make this quick. I'm gonna look this beastie and go for a smack with the shillelagh.
All right. 27 absolutely hits.
Oh, wait a second. What did I roll? That's a 19. For me, so my thing is I'm not about to do it. That's a critical.
That's
for
a
me.
crit, yeah.
Nice. So we got that, and can I do this? I just got to roll this one twice.
But minus 7.
One.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. I thought you meant rolling the shillelagh damage twice, so doing a total of 24 points of damage. Let's see if he's top-elled. Getting a 12 on a save. I think he's toppled.
That's a problem, yeah.
Yeah, as you trip him.
Sweet. So advantage on trying to smack him with the other side.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a nat
That's a
20.
19.
I wish it lit up a different color though.
I'll
But
see
yes,
if I can mess with that thing.
eh.
One clear.
There probably is an update
Uh,
for the Beyond 20 thing. I don't know. Something to look into later. But that is going to be a crit again. 2 crits
Nice.
in a row for 15 plus
And then another.
2d6, another 1, and a 4. That's the same thing you rolled last time. For 19 points of damage.
Mean jerk. And that'll end my turn.
Yeah, you start cracking onto him. That will take us to Dusk, who is currently restrained.
Which means my attacks are at disadvantage, correct?
Correct. But against this guy, they're at advantage because he's been top-elled.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be a straight roll against that guy. And there's
All right.
a burning inferno of a giant next to you.
I feel bad for the guy.
He'll be fine. He'll live.
All right. Well, rather than free myself right now, I'm going to go ahead and smack at this Strider.
Yeah, as your feet are keeping you put, you can still swing out with your Dawn Blade.
Getting a 28.
Yes, pretty sure that do hit.
$16 points of radiant damage.
Take 16 points of radiant damage. You stab into the Strider's spider legs squirming around, trying to, it's like a turtle on its back. Only if the front
go
of
ahead
the
and,
turtle had a person on it.
We'll go ahead and swing again.
All right.
Getting a 21.
21 hits.
It's like another 16 points of
16
damage.
points of radiant damage. Oh, it bends! It bends! He's screaming out.
Jerk one of my feet free, and we're going to go ahead and do flurry of blows and kick it in the head.
Okay. 2 more strikes. Couple of quick kitty kicks.
27
Yes.
for 7 points of force damage. 27 again
Jeez Louise.
for 9 points of force damage.
As you are pounding into this guy, he's fucked up 100%, but he's not 100% dead. He's still alive, squirming around.
All right, that's all I've got.
All right, taking us back down to Yezebo.
All right. I'm gonna try. Okay, so spider in front of me.
Yes.
Magic missile.
Magic missile the spider right in your face. Level 1 for 13 points of damages. Yeah, the spider is torn apart by these missiles, or kind of pelted down to the ground. It's dead. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of these tokens because they are clogging up my space. There's spiders. Just imagine dead spiders everywhere.
And then, for bonus action,
Yeah.
do melt minute meteors.
Was the magic missile from your wand?
Yes.
Okay. As
Right?
I don't know.
I did cast it from my wand.
Okay. As no one really sees this, unfortunately, besides Casmus. But go ahead and tell us what it looks like as you cast this. First time we've seen this spell from you.
So the meteors are gonna be like little glowy stars. So they'll look like shooting stars, like pew, pew, when I
Or
throw
what
them.
Yezebo thinks a star is.
Yeah. It's obviously like a glowworm up on the top of the ceiling. But
Yeah. Alright, these little stars swirling around you. Anything else for your turn?
I think I can throw one with the casting.
I think it's an action to throw one.
Let me double check. I hate that it doesn't give you the full description on the main page.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
When you cast the spell, and as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, you can expend one or
Oh,
two.
so you can't cast it because you use your action to cast magic missile.
It's an action.
I was
It's
thinking it was a
an
bonus action to cast, action to throw. Gotcha.
It's an
other
action
way
to.
around. That's
to
what I was
cast, yeah.
thinking.
So you do not cast. You're
Okay.
you're thinking about
Next time.
casting it.
I'll do it next time. All right. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
That will take us to the Strider up here, as he is very, very unhappy. With the light coming from over there, is going to launch some bolts of light at dusk, or bolts of poison at dusk. Turn it off! Launching 3 poisonous bursts in your direction at advantage, so I gotta roll. Getting a 25 with its first one. 23 with his second.
Okay.
And a 23 with its third.
They all hit.
As the first one does 11 points of poison damage. Second one does 16 points of poison damage. And the third one does 14 points of poison damage. As he continues to climb the ceiling, skittering across. Taking us to Zach in the darkness.
I'm gonna keep following that pillar
Okay.
until I can see.
Yep, you can see right there.
Okay. Hey mates, you alright? I'm looking at them. Do they look pretty bad off? Like hurt?
I mean, you can see their health bars.
Yeah.
Gotta roll 2 things real quick.
I'm gonna move
Actually,
up
the
to
darkness
there.
would be gone anyways. Totally forgot about that.
No.
After dusk hit it. My bad.
To there. I'll go ahead and give you the damage. And now that I can see everyone, I'm gonna need to make sure I can use Mass Healing Word on everybody. But anyways, here's the Spirit Guardians.
19.
And yeah, I can see
5.
everybody. I'm gonna use Mass Healing Word as my bonus action.
Alright, what's the
You guys-
word?
Watch out.
You gotta see you gotta see the person, right?
No?
Right, but there's no darkness.
Do you have to
Okay.
see them?
Yes, I think I do. I double read it, but I'm pretty sure I have to see them.
So you can't see fungi, though.
I mean, you can't see Casmus either. He's still in the darkness.
No, you are
Darkness
not.
is gone.
Darkness is
Dark-
gone.
Oh wait, that darkness is gone. Okay.
So I can't see fungi, but I'll heal everyone else for 11.
I don't think
Alright.
fungi's hurt either. Is fungi hurt?
Fungi- Okay.
Including the giant.
No, damage
I can
he
heal the
gets
giant.
5
then.
damage so
You
far.
can heal the giant some.
I'll go ahead and give him 11 as well. That's damage for Spirit Guardians. You can
Yes.
see everybody. Oh, shit. You alright?
No.
I'm gonna fly over this way. Oi, mate, over here.
As the shadows twist around him. Takes a little bit of damage.
And I also see that last spider there.
Yes, you do.
I got 5 feet. I'm gonna go ahead and swing here.
The spider's gone.
Okay.
It had 2 hit points.
That'll end my turn.
Alright, that will take us to the Drider that's been knocked down over here, who was the one concentrating on the darkness. That's why he's got that ninja mask on him. Get rid of that. But he is frightened of Weller. So what he's going to do is... No! Quit it! Be gone! And is going to attempt to cast a spell. As everything gets dark around him. As that happens, it's going to stand up and skitter along the web. I can't skitter very far. He's going to skitter along the web. As Weller and Dusk lose your vision. As you're in darkness once more. Ending his turn, taking us to your turn, Weller.
Well, that was very rude.
I need a dexterity save at the start of your turn. Weller, you find yourself stuck to the webbings in your feet. You have the restrained condition.
Which means I can do...
It means attacks you make are at disadvantage, and attacks made against you are at advantage.
Gotcha.
You can use your action to unrestrain yourself from these webbings. Also, dex saves are made at disadvantage.
I'm just going to try to swing out to the guy that was beside me and poked me last time.
Okay. Give me an attack at
So,
disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Yep. You're already at disadvantage because you're swinging blind.
Darkness. Yeah. That's why I figured I might as well just go.
Might as well.
Oof.
Getting a nat 1. That is going to be a miss.
Hate to see that. Extra attack is just when I take the attack action, so I can do an extra attack.
Absolutely.
All right, let's try it one more time.
Swinging out. Your maul is getting stuck in the webbings around you.
Good and bad.
Anything else for your
I
turn,
rolled a
Weller?
1 and a 2. That's I've got movement, but that would be an attack of opportunity. I'm assuming
Maybe. You know, you
they
don't
could see in darkness.
you don't know if they can or not.
Well, if they're drow that have been turned into spiders, we can't traditionally see in darkness. I can cast darkness, but I can't see in it. So, I will try to move out of the darkness. We'll
You
give it a
can't
shot.
because you're restrained.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Well, then that's the end of my turn.
Which will take us to the burning giant. Ugh, it burns. Casmus, roll me 2d4. Giant takes a little bit of damage. At least it was just healed a little. As the giant also can't see in darkness. But he's on fire. So he's going to... Well, it's only 20 foot, so it means it's only 10 feet tall. Giant can see over this darkness. You would feel flaming giant walking past you guys. As he is going to smack down on this Strider. Barehanded. Hitting with one of his attacks. And take away the last dice roll. -9. That Drider's still up. But he did kind of burn a swad through. I will give advantage on the saving throws for Weller and Dusk in that area there. Which will take us to Drider down by Fungi. Quickly whips up as you would see Hemeth kind of attacking from the side. Superficial wounds as the Drider itself rolls upward and tries to strike out at Fungi again.
Try and hit him with the Hail of Spores before he
Sure.
makes it. That's a 16 con save.
All right. I don't think he hit your AC's 20, right?
Yeah, my AC is 20.
He got a 19 with his highest. But he does fail to save, so he will take some damage from your thing.
He just fails. Oh, I thought. Oh, you said 20 on his attack. I thought it was a 20 on his save.
No, he got an 11, a 17, and a 19 on his attacks, and he got a 9 on his save as he takes 6 points of necrotic damage. That will take us to Casmus.
Gonna move up.
At the start of your turn,
sorry.
Casmus.
Did you say he ended his turn attacking me?
Yes, so go ahead and roll your wolf thing.
So he needs a dex save on 16 for that one too.
Alright, he passed. He got an 18. But Casmus, at the start of your turn, you need a dex save. As this Drider is evading the wolves like the plague.
Eight. I'm restrained.
As you are restrained by the webbings around you.
This one looks really hurt, right?
It looks pretty hurt.
Alright, we're gonna cast Eldritch Blast, and I went down there.
Okay, and will be at disadvantage because you are restrained.
Combat. Agonizing Blast. Disadvantage.
They both miss. As the web's kind of holding you back, and this blast kind of gives him just enough time to kind of duck and evade. Very quick and agile for such a monstrous creature. Anything else for Casmus?
Nope. I can't do anything else, so that'll be it.
Alright, that will take us to Drider number 4. Is it this one? Yeah. This one all the way up here. In the darkness itself. As it is going to back up out of the darkness. And then it's just simply going to lash out with a poisonous burst at... He's concentrating on the web. Yeah, he'll lash out with poison at Zach. You'll try to... Getting a nat 20, an 8, and a 14 to hit you, Zach.
And that 20 hits.
As this blast smacks into you as you're flying across, you take 17 points of poison damage. I need the infamous Constitution save.
Yeah. With advantage. 17.
17, you are good. Which will take us back to the bottom for Fungi. Fungi, what's up? You're whacking away. You're muted.
Sorry.
You're good.
So I try and take this stick and whack him in the face.
As you try to whack him in the face, he kind of whispers out, but no words come out, just spider webs as he just kind of pushes your, or pulls your shillelagh the other direction. Tangles it up for a moment.
No. The other side. There we go.
Nat 20, that'll, I'm pretty sure
go.
that will hit.
Oh, wait a second. Well, hold on. I'll just roll another d4. I don't know. It didn't roll the correct on that one.
Fair enough. A d4 and 2d6.
Yep. Here comes the d6.
12 plus 14, 16 points of damage.
Let's see if we can knock him over.
We will see. He is not knocked over as you do kind of knock into one of his legs, but the other legs dig into the ground, holding it up straight.
That's it for my turn.
Taking us into the darkness with dusk.
The darkness with dusk.
All right. As my action, I'll try to free myself.
Okay. Give me a strength saving throw at advantage. Because the webs are loosely on fire.
18.
18, you are no longer restrained.
All right. Then boop, boop. I'm out of the darkness.
As you are out of the darkness.
Oh, crap. Bonus action, flurry of blows.
Okay.
Sort of, skid to a halt.
As this giant is kind of pressing this Drider up against the wall, its spider legs skittering about the area. You see this opportunity, this flaming stone giant. Absolutely.
27.
27 will for sure hit.
11 points of force.
As you punch into it. Oh, it's so close! As it just vomits webbings and spiders. And collapses. Hundreds
Dusk will just
of
say-
miniature spiders.
Gross. I will stay there. Well, I have one more strike left.
You do.
I'm gonna pop a hand of healing on myself.
Okay. Absolutely. Staying
12,
put.
12 points. Yes, staying put.
All right, that will take us to Yezebo. Down south is this glittering fairy fire light covering
Oh.
you.
I feel so sparkly.
What's up?
I think I'll do the Drider near Fungi. Magic missile.
You can. Okay.
No. Yes.
Yes. No.
No.
Yes, magic missile.
Entirely your call. Magic missiles pop out towards this Drider near fungi as it takes. You wave your wand about. Takes 12 points of damage. Anything else for Yez?
That's it.
All right, that will take us to the Drider over here. Taking the bait from Zach, it's going to first launch out with a poisonous burst towards you, getting a nat
Alright.
1 as you wistfully dodge it in the air, and then it's going to leap at you with both of its four legs, trying to drop down onto you. Getting a 23 and a 12 to hit.
23 hits.
As you take 12 points of piercing damage as it drops down, scratching across your front side and landing on the boxes right under you, still within range, as
So that's
your
gone.
wispy shadows dissipate. You're not going anywhere. That'll take us to your turn, Zach.
That's what you think, mate. And I'm going to create a duplicate of myself and switch places.
Where's this duplicate going to be?
I'm gonna take my movement over here and leave the darkness is gone. In which case
Yes,
I'm
the
gonna-
darkness is gone because that was the guy that did it there. Yes, thank
then
you.
I'm going
Let me
here instead.
give Weller his light back too.
All right, then I'm going here, and I'll be like, "Oh, I made him over here," and I will use Cure Wounds on myself for my action.
Okay. As you retreat near the fungal wolves. Still flying?
Yes, still flying,
All right.
and I should have some healing coming in. And I'm actually gonna move
Yeah.
behind the fungal wolves. Hey, come get me, mate. And that'll be it for my turn.
That will take us to Weller. Not in darkness, but you are restrained in this moment.
There it is. All right, I will try to free myself.
Okay. Give me that. Actually, I was wrong earlier. Give me an athletics check at advantage. I made Dusk do a strength saving throw. I was wrong about that. Uh, 26. Yes, you are unrestrained. It is your action to unrestrain yourself, but you are no longer restrained.
All right, I will. Let's see where we can go. 10, let's say what, 15. I will move. Excuse me, to the base of the stairs.
Okay. It's also a walk
Right
upable
there.
hill. It's not like it's like super steep. It's steep enough for gnomes because they're short. They got little legs.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's all right. I'll stick there for now.
All right. Ending turn.
Yeah.
All right. That will take us to the less on fire now as the webs do dissipate that were covering little wafts of cinders covering him. He's going to pick up a rock and huck it at the Drider at the top of those stairs there. Getting an 11 as it smashes into the stairs up top. Missing. That will take us to The Drider down here. Just stay still, you little mushroom. And he's gonna try to stab onto you with his forelegs. You can do your spore thing if you'd like.
Yeah. Spore attack.
As this guy is horrible at his attacks. He misses you with all of them for sure. And gets a nat 1 on his resistance to your necrotic spores.
Okay. Ooh.
The only thing this guy's been good at is evading your wolves. Which will end his turn, taking us to Casmus, who is restrained in this moment.
Just give him an action to get out, so I'm still gonna try.
Okay.
Disadvantage to attack this one.
Absolutely. As two Eldritch beams arc out, they both miss.
God damn it.
As it just kind of dodging, and you're just kind of just stuck there. The web's holding you down.
That'll be it.
All right, that will take us to the Drider at the top of the stairs. Seeing Weller primed there, it will leap down at him. Going to try to tackle you with its first foreleg. Getting a 15 to hit you, Weller.
That is a miss.
All right, at which point, kind of dodging out of the way of its tackle, it is going to try to stab into with its forelegs, getting an 11 and a nat 1. Seem like these guys' good rolls are thing of the distant past.
I will go ahead and burn another riposte.
Absolutely, you will.
And let's do. There it is.
18 misses.
Damn. Coming up short with these guys.
Just barely. That will take us to Fungi.
Oh, fit.
I
Don't fix it.
I forgot to roll its dex save against your wolves.
Oh. I said
It made
passed
it. It did, yeah. That's like I
Alright.
said, that's the one thing it's good at.
We'll try and hit this guy again.
14's gonna be a miss.
And we're just going to try and hit it with the other side again.
Alright.
Oh, no.
Whirling your stick around, that is also gonna be a miss. It seems both sides are, well, he's definitely worn out, but trying to evade as best he can.
You hold still.
No, you
Well,
hold
I'm
still.
okay. We're just dancing now.
Yeah, which will take us to dusk.
All right, zoom. Boink.
Yeah.
Dart up to this guy and take a swing.
Darting on up. With your Stone Blade, an 18 will miss.
Swing through again.
As it kind of winces at the sunlight whirling around it. 22
22.
hits. Absolument.
For 15 points of
Take 15
radiant and
points.
throw in a stunning strike. See if I can get lucky.
Got a nat 20.
Oh well.
But he will take
Ooh.
15 points of radiant as you stab into him. Let's see if he loses concentration, though.
And remember, that's at disadvantage because I have the Mage Slayer feat.
The concentration, absolutely. So,
Yep.
yes, because of
Forgot
that. Otherwise, it got a 15, turning it into a 6, as the fairy fire is no more. Yezebo, you are no longer glistening with sparkles.
The bonus action, I'm going to kick it.
Okay. 18 just misses.
And
Wait, why were you rolling at advantage for the previous two?
wasn't it because of the Dawnblade?
It has disadvantage on its attacks,
Oh,
not attacks
okay.
against it. But that martial arts attack would have been at advantage because the stunning strike feature.
Right. Okay, yeah, we're good. And I honestly, I accidentally left it on anyway.
That's fair.
Kind of step back. I'm not leaving its threat radius, but trying to stay equidistant.
Okay.
That's it.
That will take us to Yezebo. Walking on these webs, seeing Casmus struggling with the webs around him.
Yes.
Oboe.
I'm going to cast Mel's minute meteors.
All right. As these twinkling stars or glowworms wisp about your head.
They're gonna float around, and I'm going to send two to the one Drider in front of Fun Guy.
Okay. This one right there.
Yes.
Go ahead and motion where it's going. What square are you putting it in?
Put in that one.
Okay. Just checking. As the erupts, both of them erupt right behind it. Gets to make 2 dexterity saving throws. As he is quite dexterous, but got a 5 and a 24.
Alright. For the first one,
You will take
the second one.
6 as these kind of explode into little stardust explosions. You'll take 6 and 4.
Yep.
Fire damage.
Fire.
Anything else for Yezebo?
That's all.
Alright, that will take us to the Drider that was just being harassed by Dusk. It braces its forelegs out, and it is going to... You're going to love this. Stick up a web right there. I need Weller and Dusk to both make me a saving throw, dexterity saving throw. Actually, it might be a strength saving throw.
Doesn't matter. I click Constitution for some reason.
It's a dex saving throw. Dex saving throw.
I mean,
To avoid it. You still rolled a 19. As neither of you are restrained, I'll still keep that 19, which, hey, you still rolled well. Ending his turn. We'll keep you all to stay put this time. Which will take us to Zach.
I'm gonna move up to here so I can see everybody, and I'm
Okay.
gonna use another mass healing word.
Okay.
Hang on, mates. Ten.
As everyone gets 10 points of healing.
And then bonus action. You're on your last leg, mate, and I'll use Toll the Dead on him. The one that I'm taunting.
You mean as an action?
Yeah, as an action.
Because the other, yeah. The masculine words
Yeah.
bonus. Yeah, I gotcha.
Bonus.
Wisdom saving throw. Got a 6.
Nope, I forgot to add 5 to that 15.
Take 15 points of damage. He's got to make a con save because he's now concentrating on a thing. He maintains his concentration on his webbing. But you do see a little trickle of blood from his nose. Taking us to Weller.
Right, mate. I'm gonna move.
You're
back.
going to move? Gotcha. Weller, at the start of your turn, you need a dex save.
Ah, I wasted it.
Actually, I take it back. Because the web doesn't happen automatically now. You only take it at the start of your turn, when you enter it the first time or start a turn there. So it doesn't take effect at first. So I'll keep your original roll. We're going to use that for
Fantastic
your
roll.
first attack, though. I'm just fucking with you.
I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? I was so confused. Don't do that to me. I'm on drugs and
Yeah,
sick.
both you and Dusk are free to walk around on the webs this one time.
I am going to. Can I squeeze past him, or is he occupying too much of the stairs?
You can squeeze past them. Like, the hill's right there. It's just
Okay.
uncomfortable
I just
to
wanna get
walk
the other
on.
side of him out of the web.
I gotcha.
It'll hurt my feet a little bit.
As you yoink your feet out of the webs and walk around him up to the top of the stairs. He's still taller than you.
Well, let's see what we can do about that. I'm going to work on his legs. Let's go ahead and do an attack.
Okay.
Make sure I have everything set back.
Uh, 14's gonna be a miss.
Do another attack.
All right. Another attack. 21's gonna be a good number to hit.
All right. Goodness gracious. Let's save him. All right. Let's just do some damage.
Takes 17 points of damage and is not toppled.
That will be it for me.
He does, however, lose his concentration on the webbings around Casmus. Casmus, you are no longer covered in webs.
Yay.
Please there was something.
Yeah.
Which will take
That's it,
us
mate.
to the giant. Giant, stone in hand, no longer burning. I'll take that color off him because it's distracting. Is going to... Doesn't have its club right now, like in the wonderful picture, but is going to launch a stone nearby at the Drider next between Weller and Dusk. Missing. Good thing it gets two. I forgot about that last time. It'll hit with one of them. For exact minimum damage. As the boulder rolls into its leg a little bit, crunching it in. That will take us to this Strider down here by Fungi. He's not giving up. No,
Halo
stay still. The Spider Queen will wrap you up and consume you. Yeah, use your Halo Spores. He got a 14 on his save.
That is a fail.
As he tries to stab out with his forelegs for 7 points of damage as he's looking super fucked. Stabbing out with his forelegs, getting a 16. An 18. And a 15 to hit. Ending his turn.
And how dexterous is he feeling right now?
He's feeling like he rolled a nat 1.
Oof. That's it.
Oh,
For 13 points of damage as the wolves start shredding into him as he's trying to hold his grasp back, trying to not keep stabbing you, because he's missed every single time, is still attempting to stab into you as the wolves pull him back into the square and just start ripping him to shreds. He is no mas.
Sweet.
Taking us to Casmus.
We are gonna do totally the dead on this one up there
All right.
by the vision of Zach. Let's see, Toll of the Dead.
Got a 19 on his saving throw.
Oh, I mean, he said he definitely makes it, so I don't have to even do the damage.
Anything else for your turn, though, Kaz? Still got movement, bonus action.
We are gonna move. I'm gonna have to try it. Yeah, we're gonna move around the corner right there.
Okay. Hiding behind the pillar next to the giant. He's also kind of taking a little bit of cover because he was previously on fire. Which will take us to this Strider. As this Strider, between both Dusk and Weller, is going to also split his own attacks. Send 2 to Weller and 1 to Dusk. Weller getting a 12 and a 16 to hit.
Those will miss.
And stabs out into the flooring beneath you.
And I'll do. No, I'm going to save it.
All right. Stabbing out towards Dusk with his right arm, getting a 10 to hit.
Just sort of do a matrix step to the side and look at him and just shake my head. No, no, no.
Which will take us to Fungi. Down
Can
south.
can I go through this or I gotta go around it?
I would say you gotta go around it, or difficult terrain. You can climb over it. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see here. So if I want to get here, if this is the one that's just difficult terrain, it's just adds an extra 5 feet, so I can make this would be 30.
So it would add 10 feet. So like an extra
10.
5 feet to climb onto it, 5 feet to climb down.
Okay. So yeah, same either way. Right, I guess that's the closest I can get to. Myself over here, we're moving these guys with me. They can move to, yeah.
Yeah, move it all the way up.
Yeah, so as these guys get into range, he needs to make his deck save.
So it's when they move too?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay. Got an 18. Whenever the pack moves
Yeah,
got you.
Can't reach that guy with anything, it seems. I mean, our left is two. How
There's just these two guys.
they're all looking kind of funky left. They're still looking a little. They're looking pretty beat up too.
Yeah, they've both been hurt on. This one seems a little less hurt. One seems a little more hurt.
That's great. I still got a whole bunch of these things.
All right, staying.
I'll grab I have an extra big wig, so I'm gonna eat a big wig.
Okay,
Right now.
as Fungi gets the size of a regular person. Fun man.
God.
Which will take us to Dusk. As you look over, you see Fungi chomping on a mushroom as the spectral fungal wolves are rampaging across.
In that moment, Dusk will ponder whether or not that is cannibalism. And then he will.
Oh, boy.
The webs just went away.
Because you're under them. They're on the
Oh, okay.
foreground, so it's kind of weird.
What? Oh, that was weird. All right. He will kind of hop over here, and then he'll start to wail on this guy right here.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm missing.
Nat 1 is going to be a miss.
Oh, another miss.
Also missing as they are vehemently opposed to being near your blade of sunlight.
We'll just kind of nanny boo boo, keep waving it in their face, and flurry of blows.
Okay. $19 will
What?
hit.
I don't know why a D8 rolled. Okay.
I don't know. For funsies. But a 19 just hits for 12 points of damage. Con save at disadvantage to maintain the... It is no longer holding up the webs.
And I missed on my second flurry.
Okay, yeah, 17 is going to be a miss. As
That's it.
that will take us to Yezebo, as you have these glowworms dancing about your head. What does a
Yay.
Yezebo do?
Let's see.
So measure
Fireball?
measure to the east or left to right or up to down. If you measure at an angle, you get more than you actually get. Yeah, that would be the fireball.
Okay.
It'll still hit them both, absolutely.
Perfect.
As a blast of fire launches out, and you can protect all two of those people there.
Okay.
Go and roll some of that sweet, sweet fireball damage. They rolled exact opposites of each other.
Oh man. There it is.
As
That's alright.
this one will take 26. The other one makes his save, kind of hiding behind Dusk and the I don't know, all the boxes there. As it takes 13, while Dusk and Weller see these flames wrap around you and just not... It gets warm, but it doesn't get too hot.
Right, and then I'm gonna hurl 2 meteors at the closest one.
Okay.
That is.
As that is also a lot of the cargo that you guys are taking back with you.
Oops.
It's metal. It'll be fine. He made his first, or made his second, not his first, so he'll take 5 and 2 for 7 more points of fire damage. Anything else for Yes?
That's all.
That will take us to his turn as the fire scorching, kind of little bits of embers still burning around. This guy will send 2 forelegs at disadvantage into Dusk. Getting an 11 and an 8 to hit. As he's wincing at the sunlight around. He's also going to launch a poisonous burst out from where the fireball came towards Yezebo. Getting a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
And then he's just going to skitter around on the ceiling or on the wall here. Dusk, you can make an attack of opportunity. He's trying to get away from the light.
And I hit him with Halo of Support before he runs off.
Is it when he starts his turn there?
Yeah.
Then absolutely you can.
Well,
He got 17 on his save. Spores aren't quicker than him. But Dusk swinging out with the Dawn Blade does hit. As it feels right to banish these things from the darkness. Takes 17 points of radiant damage. That will end his turn, taking us to Zach.
I'm gonna bonus action switch places with my double. Wait, mate, don't run. You missed the Spider Queen so much, I'll send you back there. And I'm gonna toll the dead on him.
Okay. The one who's skittering along the walls.
Yeah. Sorry.
Got a nat 1.
So 16 points of damage.
Alrighty. He takes 16 points of damage. Blood dripping from his nose and mouth as he just kind of coughs it up. Anything else for Zach?
Let's look for my turn.
Taking us to Weller. Weller.
All right, I'm gonna try to swing out at this guy again.
Swing away. .22 is gonna hit. Bring the hammer down onto this Drider.
Let's do it.
He takes 16 points of damage and is toppled over as you crash down into his legs, tripping him. Takes 16 points of damage.
All right, let's do an extra attack.
At advantage. You want to go fishing?
Let's do it.
24 or 23 both do hit. This thing is waving its thorax in your face and legs spindling up everywhere, slamming down onto it for 18 points of damage. He is still up, but just barely. See him writhing in pain.
That'll be it for me. I'll stay there.
All right, we'll take us to the giant. The giant's going to just throw rocks at it at disadvantage. Because it doesn't have his club. His club's still tangled up in the webs. Missing with both attacks, unfortunately. Which will take us to Asmus around the corner. Giant's just
It's
collecting
not-
rocks.
if I go across, like right there, okay. I was gonna say
Yeah, he'll get out of your way.
I can go. So I'm gonna go right there beside the drought,
Okay.
the Drythern, and I'm gonna use the immovable rod to just pin him down on the get him pinned down on the on the ground.
Okay. Pulls out of his your hip or wherever you keep it. Click this rod in place. Give me I'm gonna say sleight of your choice, sleight of hand or unarmed strike. I'll give you advantage on either.
Yeah, sleight of hand to be a little better. So we're gonna go sleight of hand.
At advantage, trying to place it on top of
19.
19 is exactly what you needed, as he is pinned the heck down.
And that'll be it.
Put a wrench on his token. That will take us to his turn. As he's squirming around, legs flailing out, he is going to do his best. What are you doing? You can't contain me. And he's going to try his best to stab his forelegs out towards Casmus and Weller, splitting between there. You know what? He's going to stab out towards Dusk too. Casmus getting a 25 to hit.
It hits, but I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke on him.
Okay.
Dex 16.
He has that disadvantage too.
Uh,
Got a 12.
so
As-
it takes 16 fire damage.
All right, he takes 16 points of fire damage as he stabs
No,
out
sorry,
towards
12. Agonizing Blast was on, so
Gotcha.
12.
Fair enough. As he stabs out into you, take 14 points of piercing damage, and you can see his arms or his forelegs stretching out towards both Dusk and Weller, which would have been both good hits, even at disadvantage. This fire quickly erupts as its legs retract back in pain, as he's now just a corpse there, ending his turn. Taking us to Fungi.
Trying
Fungi.
to think how to do this one. Yeah, he's about how high up
Like
on these walls?
10, 15 feet. Your pack can still
Yeah.
get to him.
Get myself as close as I can to there. And get to there. Then my wolf pack will move up with me.
They do occupy a space.
Yeah, I'll move myself back.
Gotcha.
There's no way I can reach him at all.
Fair enough. He got a... Does he have disadvantage on dex saves too? No. Ability checks and tackles. He got a 22 on his dex save.
So that's not going to do anything. I will put away my quarter staff for now, and I'm going to bonus action turn on produce flame, action
Toss
throw
it.
it at him.
All right. And it's not concentration, right?
No.
It'd be silly if it was. It's a cantrip. 14 is going to miss as flames flit up against the walls here.
Get down.
Anything
And
else?
that's it for my turn.
All right. That will take us to Dusk.
In a way, very over the top theatrical manner, Dusk will hop up on this mushroom, scamper up here like it's
Absolutely.
absolutely no effort, and he will swing out at this guy. Getting a 23.
23 hits. As you can see this look of desperation in his eyes. Spider bodies strewn everywhere. Drider's all dead besides him. 13 points of radiant damage.
We'll throw in a stunning strike since I still have some points left.
Might as well.
See if I get lucky.
Got a 14.
He is stunned.
He is stunned.
Swing through again. 21.
21 hits.
Boo boo. 9 points of radiant.
9 points of radiant is enough. Say as you kind of cut off his legs, the radiant light sticks to him as he tumbles downward. The mushroom wolves start chomping away as the light itself from still kind of like eating him up from the legs where you cut him, burning as the wolves just rip his throat out. Classic Wilhelm scream, why not? And that is where we're going to hop out of combat. Everything is dead. Aside from, hopefully, your allies in the cocoons to the north. The giant will quickly start to rush over, tearing through the webbings here, but
I'll start cutting out who I can. I'll
we
fly over.
will
Yeah.
go ahead and take our little 5-10 minute break there, as we're a little late on that. So we'll get
Okay.
back into this here in a few minutes, folks. So stick around. We'll be back in a minute.
See y'all shortly.
Oi.
Alrighty, folks, we are back in it. And last we left off, our troop, after just coming off of the Dark Lake, finding a, well, pack of Drider that had been sent to find you, well, found you, and had captured all of the crew, wrapped up in webbings, along with the giants you brought with you. You fought fiercely as dozens of spiders and these 4 Drider gave heck of a fight. But now victorious, Drider bodies lie scattered about along with the dozen, or a little more than a dozen of these giant wolf spiders everywhere in this space.
We sent him back to the demon wood pits. Start
I'm
freeing
burned.
gnomes.
Yeah. We'll start
Yeah.
jumping at somebody and start ripping off webs.
Yeah, you start.
Yeah,
What were you gonna say?
Yeah,
was
so
gonna say I'm
Casmus
gonna
takes
fly.
back the rod and it goes in and up against the giant and the gnome creature.
As the giant just starts tearing apart the webs, you guys each start freeing the gnomes. As Kazook and the other gnomes are very thankful. Kazook would just say, "Oh, alright, shit, what happened? Anyway, all of a sudden there was webs everywhere. It's spiders. Fucking spiders.
I
Oh,
hate
more than just
spiders.
spiders. As he points to one of the driders that are not burnt or anything.
Yeah, them too, I guess. Shit. Well, at least they were kind enough to let us to wait until after we were done unloading most of the shit. Looks over towards the burnt, boxes over in the corner. It'll probably be fine. Well, can't help but say, I know there's some burning bodies around here, but I do. Can't be the only one, right? Does that smell delicious, lads? Kind of grumble and shrug. Something smells good.
Right. I was actually just coming up here to let you know Dusk made dinner, mate. And then, well, this.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can bring it off of the ship. Go inside. We got some tables and chairs. We have a proper meal. Get out of this place. I guess that would explain why we didn't see the badges when we got up here. But everyone all right? Everyone all accounted for? Starts counting off. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, bring the grub on in and we'll have a meal. Put all this shit behind us and get to Gracklestug tomorrow. Well, thanks, lads. It's been a strange trip with you.
Right. A bit more eventful than what I'm used to, but maybe not so lately.
It'll just kind of like all the men will kind of, they do have, a lot of them do have bite marks on them as they were unconscious for most of that time. Giants will go watch the end of the cave. Make sure no more spiders
Right? We should probably burn these. Put them in
Oh,
a pile and.
yeah. I mean, spiders is good
Sure.
eating. I wouldn't eat those
Let's
people
just-
ones, but
We'll just pile them up, and I'll
but
burn them
we can eat the spiders. Save and bake. It's good food. You don't want to waste
up.
it.
If you want to heat the spiders, fine. But the driders, just let's all drag them into one spot, and I'll ignite them.
Yeah, I don't care about. It just kind of whispers to one of his
Right.
crew, like, "We'll get the spiders later, and we're all patched up."
They don't seem much for clothing, but we might want to look over the driders to see if they had anything on them which might tell us exactly
Who sent them?
who sent them, although I'm pretty certain we know who.
Yeah. All right, let's gather them up, look them over, and then I'll ignite.
One of them would have a holy symbol of Loth. Black steel kind of necklace of a spider. Another would have a small scroll, a missive. Mentioning a drow, an elf with a tail, a cat person, a fungal creature, not a myconid, as well as a odd ochre-skinned individual to be on the lookout for. Promises of rewards from the Spider Queen herself. And it is signed by Ilvara Mizrim.
All right, exactly who we thought it was, Dusk.
Right, you mentioned that before. She's hunting you pretty fiercely.
I mean, we did escape from prison.
That'll do it.
Right, good on you, mate.
All right, let's just burn them up.
Yes, you and Hemeth will help drag the bodies over. He's strong and burly. He'll grow big to help pile them all up, ignite them into a bonfire. As you can see, dozens of spiders leaching out of their bodies.
Right, I hate that part.
Weller.
Yeah.
Do you all turn into these things when you fully mature?
No.
No, mate, if you go through the test of Loth and you fail, that's what you end up being.
Yeah, you gotta be real special and
Real
get through
special
some
bad.
trials.
It's like a curse.
Yeah.
I never did one, so I don't know. But it's at the academy, that's all they talk about.
Dusk will kind of not so subtly look at their back ends, then look at them again, and just sort of slowly nod
With my sleight of hand,
and walk off.
I move the extra appendages underneath my coat so he can't see my other legs.
Gotcha.
That's why my sleight of hand's been high this entire time,
Yep.
Dusk.
All right.
Dusk will look over the gnomes and to some extent the giants as well, to make sure they have no lasting effects from being tranquilized.
The giants have some bite marks on them. Several, actually. But seem no worse for wear. One of them has several burns on them. But they will be fine eventually.
Okay.
You just kind of stoically watch out through the caves. But as you all gather for a nice home cooked meal that has been getting cold inside kind of like a big dining hall with several bunks set up, supplies and stuff all kind of shoved to the sides, extra bedrolls along the sides too, plenty of packing straw as well. A quaint little cave with very little furnishings other than what you see. Just some tables, plenty of beds and bedrolls. Lots of boxes, crates. The gnomes are all kind of talking about looking forward to being back in Blingdenstone and looking forward to taking back what's rightfully theirs. Of course, there's still a little bit of talk about the spider incident that had just happened, but some seem to be trying to forget that as quick as possible.
That's best, mate.
But essentially, you have the evening, however you want to spend it. As this is kind of the end of the day. Kazook suggests heading out as soon as everyone is well rested. We'll try to round up some badgers, as they got to be somewhere nearby.
So, mate, I like those creatures.
If the gnomes are going out to get the badgers, Gasmus would go with them since he can see pretty well in the dark.
So they don't go far. Honestly, what they do is they keep making like little scratching noises that kind of seem to echo, like they hit the right stones that do echo out in the caves. But you can easily go with them, as you would actually start speaking to the badgers as they eventually arrive, burrowing up through the ground slowly but surely, listening out for the rumblings as they arrive. But he talks about the spiders and how they're gone, and home should be fine. But
Right.
is there anything you guys would like to do before you bed down? Anything you'd like to discuss? Anything you'd like to? And also, what did Dusk make?
I mean, limited stuff at hand. Probably like a fish and mushroom stew with some unidentified bits of something. You'll have no idea what it is.
But it is absolutely delicious. Did roll that nat 20 on it last time.
Cookie never fails to disappoint. Thanks, Dusk.
Some of the gnomes will comment that you should open up your own place, and you'd probably be a big hit in Blingdenstone with this kind of skill.
Well, there you
That's
go.
Won't say anything.
Hey, if
But
this
he's
doesn't work
thinking
out, you can open up
By
a
the
restaurant.
nine hells, no. But
Why not open it in the 9 hells?
that would be preferable to this place.
Are you sure about that?
Blingdenstone's
Yes.
not bad. What are you talking about? Once we get rid
If
of those
it's-
oozes, it'll be glorious once again. Shining stone in the Underdark, where it's home.
You've been to the 9 hells, Dusk?
Right, this isn't too bad, mate.
I wandered a lot of places. Maybe.
He only got through 7 of them, though. He didn't get the final 2 punches on his card.
Oh, no.
How would the Spider Queen likely react to demons rampaging such a large drow city?
I think she is one, mate. As best I can tell.
Oh, I don't know much of this, but I don't believe they often cooperate amongst each other too well, do they?
No, I don't think any demons, but I know my kin, unfortunately, like to summon quite a few, anyways. Usually individual demons.
Just curious.
Also
mean-
makes me curious why we're so sought after still. With
Right.
everything that is going on down here and we've heard about.
Most of them
I would say
sure
Yezebo would know the answer to that. Point of pride.
She doesn't, yeah, she doesn't like to lose things.
You guys are just
Oh.
awesome. Best friends I've ever had. Who wouldn't want you?
Yeah.
Thanks, gun guy.
I mean,
Well, you know what
guess we were.
they say about pride.
I would guess we were a bunch of weird creatures or weird person to them. So, kind of makes sense that she would want to get us back to show us off, which is weird.
Right. My
Seems
matron mother was
a-
like that too.
Misplaced priority when an enormous baboon-headed tentacled creature destroys half of your largest city. But
I guess
I've never understood much down here anyway.
right. It's kind of like if it didn't hit their house, they don't really care. It's not very friendly.
I've never understood the politics up top, so it's even less down here.
A couple of the gnomes will Turvy's right there. Well, I don't know about drow and spider kisses. Heck, I don't even know too much about frickin' Gracklestug. Seems like everything there is through power and fear. Sure, drow are much the same.
Mostly, right?
Langdonstone, us gnomes were more, if you know how to do things, you usually tend up doing things. Stick together and all that, family.
More welcoming too.
Of course, we're all kind of family. All made by the same earth and all that. Supposedly, as the story goes. I don't know if I believe in all that there.
Yeah, but I mean, the dwarves were quick to mistrust us by just us being in there. The drow are going after us. So yeah, much more welcoming than the other.
Well, of course
other
we are.
races.
We're not a bunch of evil fuckers. No offense.
No, none
Anyone
taken. You're
present.
right, mate.
Nemethor just kind of
Hmm.
laughed, like, eh, yes, most are pretty evil fucking. I've seen it.
I think the only dwarf that has been kind to us to an extent is you, Emmett. The other ones have all been mistrusting of us.
We have escaped similar circumstances. I feel like there is some similarities, maybe goals aligned. That scratching each other's backs is not always a bad thing.
Aw. Did Himith and Casmus make up and I missed it? I didn't know you two
No,
were
I was
friendly
just
now.
mentioning scratching a back as long as mine is scratched as well. It's
Hey,
mutual back
Whatever you guys
scratching.
want to get up to.
Not actually. I am not a... He does still... devils and stuff, you know.
Okay, there it is. All right.
I couldn't say which is worse, devils, demons. I think they are both bad.
Well,
You do not need to justify your devil worshipping to me. That is okay. I will look past it for now. I just look forward to new home in somewhere else. And as dinner starts to kind of conclude, you all find your respective places to bed down. With no aplomb, it's just... Guys, all the gnomes just kind of start one by one going to their beds, and beds are made out for you guys as well. As you all get a good night's sleep. And morning comes. The gnomes are already, well, Zach, Yezebo, and Weller are up before everyone else, but the gnomes, you would be witness to the gnomes being up early and packing carts with the goods and getting the badgers ready.
Oh, yeah, almost time to shove off.
Yeah, well, just making sure everything's all up to snuff. Got a day's travel ahead of us, maybe two, but shouldn't be no problem back to Blingden Stone, and then we fight a war with oozes. It'll be exciting.
Right. Who's leading the effort? Who's in charge of the attack?
Oh, well, obviously the Digomatics, I mean, who else would be in charge of it? Did you not speak to them?
we did.
Briefly.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, they're in charge of the whole thing. They're kind of the de facto leaders of Blingden Stone at the moment. Cinny and Dorbo, they're, you know, they get along all right. Little differences here and there. But, you know, Dorbo definitely kind of takes more headstrong and leadery, while Cinny's more of a, well, more altruistic. I imagine they got things ready to go for us when we arrive. But
Let's get underway.
you guys are ready. It only takes like maybe like probably by the time you guys are waking, the rest of you, they've already eaten and they are mostly packed and ready to go.
All right, let's shove off then.
All right. As you guys head back the way you came, passing by the same site where you had been attacked by the Umber Hulks. The mud still kind of caked there from previously. Going through tunnels and caves, spatterings of mushrooms, but then you would start to see the occasional glowing crystal reminiscent of the outskirts of Blingden Stone. Start to think maybe They are the Blingden stones. Low-lit crystals, stones that are blinging.
Whoa.
That makes
Whoa.
sense.
As you do arrive at the kind of entryway cavern of the stairs heading up, as you've been gone for about 14 or so days at this point, I think maybe a little, that sounds about right, 14 days. The stairwell is encased in mushroom growth, as you would see dozens of myconids. Some of them, most of them are pretty small, but like about Rumpadump size. And they would all just kind of look on at you. None would really interact unless interacted with. There would also be the massive mushroom-infested Grick creature keeping watch. Sovereign Basidia would kind of approach you as your caravan is making your way up the stairs, sending spores out to you all. This more slender than Sovereign Philo that you'd seen, but still just as tall, maybe 10, 11 feet tall, and wide brim, bluish and white colors. How fares the grove?
It's not good, mate.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
wedding still hasn't happened.
Who are your friends? More fleshies you have acquired.
Right. I'm Zach. This is Iz.
Yes, about. Thanks.
Right, Iz.
I am known as Sovereign Basidia. Once the
Pleasure.
Sovereign of Neverlight Grove, where you had been.
Right, it's a mess, mate. I think you should probably start a grove somewhere around here instead.
We have already started the great growing. Gestures around the halls. As you would see a variety of mushrooms and lichens and all sorts of growth starting to take root, growing along every, not like covering the steps because they still need to be passable, but sticking along the sides of it.
Blingden Grove, I take it.
Oh, we had not thought to name it. We would not want to overstep our welcome with the gnomes. They have been so kind so far. There is something sickly here, though, as well.
We're looking to take care of that. Hey, fungi, are you related? Same species?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't grow up around a grove like these. All my other mushroom friends, they kind of just stayed in place, except for me. And well, I actually have a mouth that can talk, so I don't know. Maybe we're like distant cousins, or I don't know.
I believe if I had to ponder upon it, much like the reanimation of dead creatures and people, the spores infect, penetrate into the body. I have heard rare occasions where it infects even the soul, where it lingers inside of a body.
So if you give a mushroom a soul, it becomes sentient?
I like to think of it more as if the soul is already there, the body is already there, but the body has fallen. The spores of the mushrooms help bring life anew, altering, changing. Not better, not worse. Different. Kind of gestures to the Grick that's kind of this massive, like 15-foot long Grick that is covered in spores and a little bit of mushroom growth on it. This has no soul, has no mentality, it's making up words, of its own. It is to the whim of those who made it.
Yeah, but you make it sound like I'm just one of these other dead guys. I'm not dead.
There is growth within them that is living too. Perhaps the infection came before your death. Perhaps
Action.
I am just
He
speculating.
doesn't know what he's talking.
I only know glimpses of what I have been told from the spores and all life around. There is no truth, but there is plenty of falsehoods. Glimpses of truth, perhaps.
I like how Fun Guy is disagreeing with all this, and then I just want like a smash cut to every time he's used knowledge of a past life.
Yeah, one guy is just taking that glimpse and like now he's just staring rather quietly and inquisitively in his own head.
He's got some things to reconcile.
And he's slowly getting terrified at the notion.
Well, I appreciate you checking up on Neverlight Grove. I fear for what goes on there.
It's not good, mate. Either way. But we'll take care of the problem here and go from there.
Take care of the problem sounds wonderful. If it separate the infection from the wonders that Neverlight Grove is and could be, once was. It starts kind of filling your head with images of how the Grove looked beforehand. It was less dancing and more just kind of peaceful, serene, colorful, more bland coloration, but still colorful. And everything connected some way or another. You get the sense of like how everything's connected, how like, you know, we're all just part of the same thing, man. Kind of that kind of vibe going on in your head as it's how things used to be before this disconnect. But I appreciate all you've done. And I appreciate knowing you.
It's nice to meet you, mate.
I am not one who is to mate with someone. Our reproduction is something much different. Through the spores.
What? No. Mate means
Men friend.
you. Yeah.
Oh. I do not know you that well, but I hope that we can become friends as I have grown to know your other flesh friends.
In that way, I see.
All
Good
right.
on you.
We got some stuff to deliver or something, right?
Yeah.
Before Zach
As
starts
the carts
mating
and
with the
stuff
sovereign.
the carts and stuff are already going up and have entered.
Good day, mate. And I'm gonna kind of catch up.
Oh,
Does that mean they've been with the spore person before? Is that what they're talking about?
No.
Oh, okay.
Have you not had the talk with Zach yet? He is young.
Very young, and I didn't take him under my wings to do all that.
Perhaps Weller can be his father figure.
Probably needs a father figure.
Hmm. Made it all right so far.
Why don't you
Yeah,
go ask
I
Wella?
agree. He's doing fine on his own.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we
Any
haven't seen
more of
him
those
attempt.
questions, you take it up with Wella.
We haven't seen him attempt to mate. He mentions it often, though.
No,
Um,
That is fair.
right. Just a saying. Not mate, like, you know, but, you know, a friend.
and Rumpadump
Well,
will
you don't have to be Never mind. Dusk will shake his head and walk off.
Oh no, I'm aware they've kind of forced themselves on you in our society. You can either or get executed. No, you don't have a lot of choice.
as I don't know if you guys remember when Zach says that in the prison. There was some weird tension between some of the drow that you might or might not have picked up on, but now it kind of like, oh, between Ilvara and a couple of the
And one of her
other
lieutenant,
soldiers.
if I remember correctly, one of their lieutenant helped us escape.
Right. My matron mother had 3 mates. Like if you're talking about that, like partners.
So she just had really good friends.
No.
The other
Forced
kind of
lovers.
mates.
Yeah.
Well, now you understand why it's confusing.
Right, mate.
Oh God.
But as you are kind of welcomed back into Blingdenstone's gates, I will say Rumpadump will kind of stick behind with the Myconids in the hallway for now. Should you want him to journey with you on further adventures, all you need to do is ask. As he's not going anywhere, but he's not a fighter, so he's not going to be a part of the battle. But going through the hubbub of being blindfolded to get into Blingdenstone through the supposed maze that you've never seen, you are once again in the halls of glittering minerals and braziers lit up everywhere. The caravan has already made its way while you guys were talking with Sovereign Basidia.
Right, so should we go see the Diggermatics? Or do we need to get anything before we... I don't know what they have here.
I assume there will be time for that.
Yeah, we should at least go check in with them.
Right, we gotta figure out how to get the stuff out of the skulls.
But you guys are left to
Let's
your
go
own
talk to him.
devices.
Souls,
I think I'm just kind of following along, but if we're going to go see the Diggermatics,
Heading to the palace on the far southern side. You would see the carts that you all had brought in around the corner as you hear the clanging of metal near, like, not too far in a different cave. You can kind of see the crates nearby. And Kazook, I must call him Pazook, Pickshine, looks like he's talking with some people over there. And yeah, you guys have the bag of skulls and stuff, so whatever you do there. But the palace is in front of you. There's some guards outside, give you a nod, like, "Hey, welcome back. Heard you guys had some fun times."
everyone lived. I think that's a good time.
Well, the Diggermatics are expecting you, on reports and stuff. They said you had I don't know, yeah, rhubarb. But we're all gung-ho here.
No, I think we got some stuff to help.
Good on you. Kind of. You've noticed that, like, when most of these people are talking, they are not talking to the drow. Like,
Right.
not that they're not, like, not talking to the drow, they're just not talking to the drow. Well, I guess going on. Eyes you guys up a little bit.
I believe Pazook mentioned that he would be the one preparing the Blotzen. You might want to leave all that with him.
Oh. Right. So go see Kazook first.
Yeah, he's right around the corner, like
Right
entrance
around
to
the corner.
another cave.
Yeah, I'll go over there and I'll just start pulling some skulls out of my backpack.
Oh, you didn't get it. That's right, you get skulls. Take a little bit of time to harvest, but yeah, I can get that done.
Most of them are in the other bag.
That one's
I
empty.
can only carry so many.
Oh,
I don't want to tell you your alchemical business, but have you thought of consulting the Myconids, in particular the Sovereign? You may have some knowledge that might make this process easier or even more effective.
oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Well, shit, we should have just left it with him. Yeah, we'll dump them all in this cart here. That one's empty. I'll bring it down to. That's a good idea. Thank you.
They have a lot at stake as well in this.
We know where it is.
I can't
I
speak.
think he might be a wizard too. He's really smart.
Yeah, just dump it in and we'll get going. It's a good idea. Hey, be careful with those crates over there. As you can see, some people unloading crates of arms and armor. Hear a little bit of a clatter as one of the crates is definitely tipped over, like right after he says, "Be careful with that." Well, they're gonna take care of that. I delivered it, did my job. Hide parts getting that. The Blotzen out. Yeah, I'll definitely have word with them if you dump it all in and.
Putting skulls in. Who has the rest of who has the other bag? It's got them in them.
I think Weller.
I just have what's in my backpack.
Weller's
Weller-
got
or
the
Weller
bag with the
Fungi?
skulls.
Yeah.
All right.
The other bag that Casmus has, there's a bunch of other stuff in it, mostly
Gotcha.
gems.
I'll empty my bag then.
You just start dumping a wagon full of skulls. Bit grotesque when you see it like this. Well, thanks for the suggestion there, Dusk, was it? Yeah,
I figured this
definitely
is
do that.
one way to get ahead. and he'll walk off after
Ah.
dropping that horrible.
Did you hear that, lads? So get ahead. The skulls.
Ah,
Don't get it. We got a whole bunch of them.
He's smart and funny. That's why we keep him around.
As he'll like immediately just start taking the wagon, led by a badger, back to the entrance where you guys had just come from.
Guess we go see the
I guess
Diggermatics.
heading to see the Diggermatics.
Okay. Back to the palace, which is only like a stone's throw away. The guard sees you again. Or, yeah, like I said, going in and you just walked away. It's kind of rude. Didn't even say bye, but okay.
Sorry, mate. We had to drop off some skulls.
Kind of furrows his brow at you. Yeah, I saw.
The grammatics are in.
Yeah, as I said last time, they were expecting you.
Right.
All right, then let's go in.
All right. I'll follow behind.
As you head into the large hall that is the palace hall, lined up with the desks as you've seen before, both Senni and Dorbo. At the top, but you can see plenty of, like, a lot of plans on the walls, like papers filled with writings and drawings and all sorts of plans. As you kind of come into the space, Dorbo, short, bald gnome, looks up at you all. Well, he brought back a lot of good stuff. I heard about the Blotzen. I heard about the weapons from the Salt. Heck, we even got two giants. They're going up into the circle to check on it. Seems like we got a semblance of a plan going here. We got all the little odds and ends all filled out. Just waiting on the last little bit that you all brought. I think with this we stand a fighting chance. Everything we planned out should go perfectly.
We might need to. Have you told them what the giant to maybe try to get our friend back from its rock so he can go back to his home? I think we told you about that last time.
Yeah, he's
Our
in the
friend.
he's in the temple. We sent some.
He's in the
Some-
temple as a rock. Yes.
No, we brought him to the temple. We didn't
Oh,
leave him out
okay.
there with the. They've summoned a couple of elementals from there too, from Entomok Spoon. So that all has gone swimmingly. No, we brought the
Okay.
statue of your friend back. Yeah, he's here.
Okay, then we're gonna have to talk to the giant if they can do anything to help him out.
I don't know to tell you, mate. Your friend's stone.
Yeah, but there are ways to bring someone back with the stone. I just know they exist. I don't know any of them.
All right. Well, when you find out, let me know. And I'm not gonna lie, we've got bigger fish to fry right now than a friend.
Oh
that can
yes.
tend to
Oh
stone.
yes. Just something we have to do down the road. We owe that to him.
Well, I'm sure the priests will be working on it when they get time, but they've had their hands full prepping everything for this battle to come.
So, what exactly is your plan? Walk us through this.
So, kind of pull out a map as Senni kind of like, no, it's the other one. That's the old one. He kind of looks at it like, shit, that's right. Get the other one then. Like, all right, yeah, it's right. She hands him a scroll as he unfurls it, lays it flat on a table in front. Kind of pins it down with some rocks. Plenty of paperweights around. So, it kind of shows like the house center. It's a big space, a lot of entrances to it. All right, one of them's from the old shit. I don't know what it's called, but I'm forgetting the word for it right now. I'm an idiot. The stockade. I think that's where you guys went that last time to scout it out and you saw it. So, from the market, we've blocked it off with a gate right now. There's one entrance leading there. The Gold Whiskers, I've talked with Chipgrin about the getting in from their side. They also barricaded part of it, and they can get in through there. They've been working on uncovering it a little bit, just enough to get through when the time comes. We've given up on going through the stockade because we'd just be fighting oozes just to get through it. What? Also going through in the Rock Blight, where you all got rid of Ogumok's Bane, was it? There was the circle there. Next to there's an entrance. We've been working on uncovering it with earth elementals. So we're going to have the stone giants come in through there. So we got a three-pronged approach. Most of our forces are going to come through the main gate, through the market, while the Gold Whiskers and their rats are going to come in through the north side, through their warrens, and we'll have the stone giants come in with some priests through another side, through where forget what the site's called, the rocks, the stones are speaking, through there. Be a tunnel going through the big, it is a big hall, and at the center of the town center, is massive structure, half a dome sticking up, raised up. We did send some more scouts since you've been away. They said things covered in oozes and green, yellow, and black and gray, and just this swirling, massive, horrid stuff. We think it's all through there, but we think there's no sight of this Pudding King, just the Pudding Court. But there's an old throne room through there. If we can get through and into the throne room, or clear a path for a strike team of powerful yet willing folk, a strike team to get into, take down the Pudding King. Well, what's a Pudding Court without a Pudding King, right? It'll all fall. That's the plan.
Or cut the head of the snake.
No, it's
Right.
puddings, not snakes.
It's an expression. I'm sorry.
Right. So your plan is to get us in there so we can take out the Pudding King.
We'll do our best. Of course, with this mess, it's hard to tell how many oozes there actually are, because they've kind of congealed into several big blobs. I think once we start attacking, they'll probably separate. Do whatever puddings do. Ooze about, right?
Right? Sounds like a solid plan. What do you think? Boss?
How long do you think it's
What?
going to take you to prepare?
We're ready to go now. We just got the weapons in that you all brought, spreading those out. I think Kazook said it'd probably be about a day, maybe less, to get the stuff worked out so that the oozes won't, eat away any of our armors and arms. Of course, we'll be sure to glisten up everyone's gear with such whatever he makes from the blots and oil or something.
Right.
Makes sense.
You should make sure that everyone's aware that once this kicks off, there will be no element of surprise.
I doubt there's
believe
any
that-
element of surprise already, but
Yeah,
yes.
I believe the Pudding King will know instantly what our plan is.
That's why they probably got him holed up somewhere safe. They would probably try to get in if he could be in the center itself, that dome. But if it's not in there, like I said, there is an old throne room of kings past and stuff. You know, we're not big on kings here, but there's an old throne room in the back. And so we kind of try to pierce through the center. Three-pronged piercing. Try and distract and motion for the, I don't know, you splash and you squash, you slash through all the slimes till you get to the big slime and you cut off the head of the slime. Take the crown down, and that's the best we got.
Sounds simple enough when you lay it out like that.
Right. Easy.
All right, then let's wait for Kazook. Get ourselves ready. And
Right.
we do that when everyone's ready.
Right. Maybe we should go see if they have anything for trade. You said one of them here is a mage.
Mage.
Priest.
Yeah, we got
Priest, sorry.
got a really good priest. She's been getting ready, talking with the earth elementals and getting all that going. It's got a few. It takes some time, even with Entomoc's boon. But we got a few. None of them are going mad thanks to the Bane being gone. But no, we don't really have a mage around. Mostly we got pretty good priests and rocksmiths, but no grand wizard or something. We're not. I know you Drow like to have your high towers and whatever. We like to
Right.
keep it down to earth. But we're also open to suggestions if you have anything to add or supplement our plan with.
If we can get past the oozes and get in while you create a distraction, I think that's what we were talking about.
Well, I mean, it's less of a distraction, more of a try to pierce through it sort of thing. Help create the whole. I mean, it's all hands on deck with all of it.
Right.
Well, it'll force the Pudding King to split some of his resources.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
If he doesn't, he will leave himself vulnerable to one or more attacks. I would like to work with Pazook and the Sovereign. See if some of the Blotzen can be repurposed into some potions of acid resistance. Not familiar with the mushroom itself, but I know something of mixing potions.
Yeah.
I can help you.
I'm sure they'd love any help they can get with it. I mean, Kazook is our best alchemist, so if anyone knows anything, he'd be the one to, talk to. Not a magician, but he knows his chemicals and his rocks and all that. Herbs. Not that you get many herbs down here.
And I do know that the Myconids have some healing abilities. They might be useful as a fallback to some of your forces, if they're willing.
We've discussed a little bit with that. With the Sovereign Basidia. Bit of a weird fellow, if I say so myself. But the general gist is, yes, if anything they will be in the back. There's a couple of them that are willing and able to. Sovereign himself being one of them.
While you all are doing that, I'm gonna go look around at supplies.
So,
Do I need an escort?
yes, of course you will.
Right.
But so we begin over the name of the plan.
Oh boy.
But we didn't know what to call you guys if you're willing to be the strike force, right? Yeah, of course you are. And Cindy's like, well, you gotta ask him first. You guys gonna be the strike force?
Boss?
I think we're better suited to be it.
Yeah, that's what I
But,
said.
that's
Yeah,
not-
Cindy.
That's not a yes,
Wait.
but I think we probably should, as Casper looks at all the other ones to get their approval.
I think we should. Is it okay, boss?
Weller shrugs.
Oh,
Look, it is.
I guess.
Help him take care of this problem and then go to the surface.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, back to the
That-
surface. Yeah. But so the name—that's what's important here. We're glossing over there. You guys are going to be the strike force, of course. Yeah, we got that. Great job. You guys are wonderful. But the plan name all relies on the strike force, whatever the strike force 1 or pudding
You can make it
pudding
simple.
slashes.
You can make it very simple. Just free Blingden Stone. Operation Free Blingden Stone.
Well, yeah, no, that is the operation, but the operation within the operation
Oh gosh.
is
Oh, you need a name for our strike force.
yeah, it's Strike Force
Mhm.
Expudinators.
Expudinators. That's great. I love it. The Expudinators. Write it down.
Ex-pudding-nators.
I also can't
Dusk
help
will
but,
What?
shrug and say, when in Blingdenstone.
it looks like you picked up another folk as Hameth just. Yes, I am here too. I am Mikom here. Possibly. I'm spending some time away from, my people. But don't go stealing our shit. I would never steal your shit.
Right. He's been good. He's helped us out.
Gives a big
He's
smile.
proven himself multiple times indeed in the past.
Alright, yeah. Well, we're all gonna meet up in the market tomorrow evening when we strike with the Expudinators.
Sounds good, mate. He's a smart cat. Beeline.
What's a cat?
Him? I look over at Dusk.
Oh, he's a cat. Oh, I didn't ask. I mean, he kind of looks up to Dusk. I don't really care what you are as long as you're not a drow. I mean, as long as
Dusk will just blank cat stare.
I didn't think to ask. Like a strike team to free Blingdenstone is mostly drow, though.
Motivated drow. To get to the surface.
Yeah. It's just kind of a weird feeling is all, because, Blingdenstone was sacked by the drow, and now it's.
It's only half drow, so don't worry about it too much.
Right.
Yeah.
At least they haven't turned into spiders yet.
I heard they do that.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what it means to be half drow.
yeah, after they coo, they lay their eggs in you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's right, mate.
That's
But-
100% right. That's absolutely what we do.
We got some people owing me
But
some
not-
money on that one.
But not yet. So, at least you have that going for you.
Oh yeah, the guys don't lay eggs. It's the women.
Look, it is. Do you lay eggs?
Jeez. I thought we talked about this. Any of those
We did.
questions? You
Right.
don't ask me.
Right. Right, so you do
Yes.
lay eggs. Got it. I
All
thought that
right,
was
Asking
well-
a joke.
such a question makes you sound like a yokel.
Meet back
Yes.
tomorrow at the market, the east end of the market. We'll all be ready.
All right, tomorrow the market.
If you can, well, I guess work it out with Kazook when to apply the whatever he makes with the Blotzen to you guys, to your stuff, so it doesn't melt.
All right.
And with like kind of a sigh of relief from other people are like kind of like watching this whole thing like intently, like intrigued. There's probably a good like 24 gnomes in this hall, all gathered around this table, like watching you guys talk about it. Murmur of strike force X. I wrote it down.
Putinators.
Expedinator.
Yeah, that's great.
That's the new name.
As you guys leave the hall with a day essentially to plan and prepare for the battle for Blingdenstone. That is where we're going to end tonight. So, thank you guys for watching, and we will pick up there next week with the battle to come.
Thanks, Twitch.
Night, Twitch.
Night,
Night,
Internet.
Interweb.
Night.